the only thing we can control is ourselves and our reactions. And if we're feeling empowered, we can help the people around us. But if we go down that rabbit hole, we're really not good for ourselves or anyone else.
Hey everyone, this is Kim O'Neill from the Every Day's a New Day podcast and live show, and you're listening to the Going North podcast with the hilarious Dom Brightman. Be sure to subscribe to his show so you don't miss any episodes, and remember, every day is always a new day.
Today's episode is sponsored by the GoingNorthPodcast.com shop. And we got some new designs on the website, baby. That's right. Check out the new designs. We got two new designs. One is outread your competition to outlead your competition. And the other one is perfection is completion, but excellence is exceeding expectations. Because when you feel like something's perfect, it's truly not. But when you seek excellence, you are after exceeding the expectations of the folks you serve and your past self. So head over to GoingNorthPodcast.com.shop and pick up some more magical gear in multiple forms in more ways than one. Now let's get on with the show. And today on the Highlight Reel Builder for Authors, known as GMP, the Great, Glorious, and Glamorous, is the Going North Podcast, and we got a returning guest again, folks. That's right, you know it's a good sign when people come back. That means they didn't get scared off the first time, because we got one heck of a super special awesome human for you. That's right, folks, this wonderful lady right here, folks. That's right, a lovely lady right here who is an international best-selling author, speaker, highly sought after intuitive. That's right, folks, the highest grade of weed in the dispensary, folks. Highly sought after, self-love activator, and media personality who was through healing herself from 7 years of several, you heard that right, folks, several debilitating chronic disease in 3 weeks, that this wonderful lady right here found her passion to help others. And now, thanks to that, she's an intuitive healer, mind, body, spirit mentor, and energetic, you heard that right, folks, energetic catalyst who inspires people to connect with their inner power, develop greater healing and expansion in your life, not your waistline, by the way, and create the lives that they deserve. So let's give it up for the joyful and magnificent, the return of Jenny from the healing block. Let's give it up for Jenny Mannion.
Thank you so much, Dom. I'm so grateful to be back with you. So much fun.
Oh yeah, that's right indeed. That's right indeed. Can't believe it's been, wow, I think that was episode 102, almost 4 years ago, I think. When did we last on the show?
Time is speeding up.
Yeah, it's speeding up. It's scary. But hey, you're still looking freaking gorgeous. So hey, something's working.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah. That's right. That's why she's off the market, folks. She's already spoken for y'all. That's right indeed. Yes, indeed. They wanted that fabulosity and that healing. It's like, oh, I found me a Jenny. Oh, she's from the healing block. All right, let me grab her real quick. All right, cool. Add it to the family. It's like, yeah. But yeah, it's all about adding to your life, because I hear you've been doing some wonderful training since last we've chatted on the show. You've been training for a year to be a shaman, I hear
Yeah, Dom. It actually, I've I've done some shamanic work in the past. I've been a part of shamanic journeying circles and always been called to it as almost a participant, but never really imagined learning the practices. I've always considered it so sacred and really held such high regard to it, almost like you know, I practice teaching people their self-worth, but I almost like didn't feel worthy of that, of that gift, of those gifts. And actually, it was from a tragedy in my life, from my mom passing, that I found my way to shamanism and becoming a practitioner. I was having these pretty bad grief dreams where I'd wake up reliving the moment she passed and feeling that grief. And I got a shamanic session and it really helped. And actually, my teacher teaches about transforming some of the energies of grief through shamanism. So was called to study, and after a year of amazing time and practicing with a good friend that was in the group, yeah, I really am embracing these practices. And what fun, I get to drum and shake a rattle and, play with these sacred stones and, honor Mother Earth. I mean, it's all pretty cool, amazing stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely can say that again. Definitely can say that again. And sorry for the passing of your mom. I know that's definitely rough to lose a
Thank
mom when you
you.
only get one of those. So yeah, definitely rough. Sorry about that. My goodness. So wow. So the shamanism helped with the grief. Like, what led you to shamanism? Was it just recommended to you, or were you guided to it?
It was a few different things. It was one of those synchronicities line up. I did get a recommendation for a local teacher that was just publishing a book through Hay House about transforming grief through shamanism. And I kind of asked the universe, okay, if I am supposed to do this, give me a sign. And in the parking lot of the mall later that day, I ran into the woman that knew the author, and was like, okay, I guess
Woo-hoo.
that's a sign. So yeah, and the grief group I was a part of, actually, one of my shamanic friends girlfriends was in that group, so I think it was like the next day I went to that group and found out she was leading that group. So yeah, it was a couple synchronicities lined up. I'm like, okay, I get the message. I'm paying attention. So yes, was very guided.
That's what I'm talking about, indeed. You just gotta love it when synchronicity takes place. It's like, hey, it's all coming together. I finally
Yes.
found the jelly to my peanut butter. Finally. Oh man, so that's freaking amazing. So my goodness, so completed the training for the year. So is there gonna be is it similar to like martial arts where it's like you continue to develop yourself
Yes.
and
Yeah.
I guess you keep getting to new levels, I guess.
Yeah, it is. It's a continued journey, just like life, it is. It's just learning more and more and becoming more and more comfortable with the practices. And I still really do consider it such a sacred practice. So I know there's a whole lot more to learn. There's a whole lot more comfort to be achieved, but I'm loving the journey. I'm loving bringing it to my clients and friends and family. And yeah, it's been very special for me too.
That's what I'm talking about, indeed. So my goodness, so do you think it also helped with the self-worth too? Because I remember you mentioning that earlier in the conversation. So do you feel like you finally got some six-pack abs in that, or still doing the whole one ab thing?
That's a continued journey too, but it's getting better. It's funny. I still have yet to call myself a shaman. I practice shamanism, but yeah, there is that owning it factor. But I do consider it so sacred that I think that there is some, I don't know, hesitancy. I consider it such an ancient tradition, but I feel honored to practice it. I feel honored that I have learned these practices and can share them with other people. And yeah, every client that I've offered it to has come back saying they've had a beautiful session. So yeah, the more I do it, but Dom, I've been doing Akashic record reading for like 12 years. And after every reading, there is still this like, wow, that resonated. That's so cool. So I do actually appreciate that part of myself, that I am still humble too, and know that it's not all me. Like, this whole work it's not me. Yes, I've been trained and it comes through me, but I do like the awe. I do like being childlike the whole time, being like, that's so cool, really awesome. So I want to keep that alive, and yeah, just be in awe, just and honor my clients by being 100% present and not bringing my ego into it, but just showing up as that hollow bone. What information can I give them that will help them?
Amen to that. Amen to that. All right. Well, no wonder we're drawn to each other to be on this show. That's right, indeed, because of that wonderful humility. Because hey, it's like, hey, be confident, but at the same time, don't be arrogant either. Like, you gotta have that
Yes.
perfect balance of right in the middle. Like, because that's freaking amazing, though. And 12 years with the Akashic records, like that's really amazing because I actually had mine read a
Mm.
20-minute session that was 2020. And when it was done, I was like, wow, that's freaking amazing. So mine informing a bit of the people who may not know what the heck that is, what it may mean to have an Akashic record read.
Yeah, so the Akashic Records is the record, energetic record of basically everything throughout time. So all your lifetimes, if it's a property, all the people that have lived in the property, the energy of the property. So it's almost like you could look at it like a big computer database that I've just been trained to tune into and get that information about that person. And it can sometimes hold some of the information about the blocks and restrictions too in our lives. Maybe we've lived this life with some other people before and there's energetic connections. There can be hooks and cords and beliefs that are kind of imprinted. And with the Akashic clearing, it just helps us along the path. I love that there are a million different modalities, and the Akashic reading I consider maybe a not so gentle shove on your spiritual path. So it is always fun to bring that information to people. And yeah, it is another tool that I just absolutely love. It's helped me in my life. It's something that once a year or twice a year I'll do a clearing on myself too. It's something that I utilize with my friends and family as well. Yeah, so it's been a really wonderful tool.
That's right. That's right. Jenny from the Healing Block has got some tool blocks, y'all. That's right indeed. That's right indeed. That's right indeed. And you heard it right, folks. She also honors her clients too by giving them the straight truth, y'all. That's right. Being a hollow vessel. So that way you can receive the fullness, y'all. So definitely. That's right indeed, with the fullness indeed. And 12 years too. Like my goodness, I didn't even know it was 12 years. That's freaking amazing. Like yeah, time does fly.
It does fly. It does fly.
My goodness. So, like, what's next for you? Like, with everything going on? Because I know you're still going to be polishing up everything you're doing and going to a higher level. I know you had that wonderful book, A Short Have to Change, which was also full of super special, awesome tools and techniques. So, any other books in the works, possibly?
I think I'm going to return to, I'm working on a course, expanding on a course, Love 365. So, really about helping people dive deeper into that self love and embrace the self love. So, working on that, have another class, Embracing Bliss, doing more like the course creation. Really want to help people to just love themselves, appreciate themselves, embrace themselves, and really support themselves to the next level, however that looks, whatever healing they need, but really move past the past to be in the present and to create a future that's more aligned with them from now than based on their past stories. So I could see a book down the line, but definitely more courses to come.
There you go. That's right, indeed. That's right. So, be sure to leave an apple on Jenny's virtual desk, y'all. I'm telling you. That's right indeed. That's right indeed. Professor Jenny's got you covered, y'all. You gonna find your bliss, y'all. That's right. You'll get that self love. You'll get them 6 pack abs, baby. That's right. Those 6 pack abs of self love, y'all. That's right. That's right indeed. You're gonna be able to grill fear on those abs of confidence, y'all. That's right. That's right indeed.
I just had such an image there, Dom. Thank you for that.
My goodness. But yeah, yeah. Well, you already know I go in all sorts of random directions.
Yeah, it's
It's like
good.
a,
Hanging out with you. I love
it's like maybe I'll come back to Earth eventually. It's
it.
like baby, just baby indeed. But that's good though. So with all these courses, it sounds like you're really building yourself up in the process. So in addition to the shamanism, is there any other skills you've been polishing up in the past 4 years? Just the last conversation.
Yeah, I really have been. It's interesting, Dom. Again, that self-worth thing. Like I learned Akashic record reading a certain way, and I took like 5 different, 6 different, 7 different courses on it and just kept building those skills. But still, I wasn't confident enough to really branch out on my own. And so recently I created the Life Path Focus reading, which is really like taking the information from the records that I've gotten and a new way of working with them to help people really quickly. It's like a 10-minute reading that I do for people, and just if they've had a challenge, really looking at, okay, what's blocking you? Let's look at that. Let's look at that relating to your primary life lesson. Let's look at that and give you some tools, give you some affirmations, give you some love, give you some support so you can love yourself through this and move on through to the other side.
There you go. That's right. Moving on to the other side, y'all. That's right. That's right indeed. You will be the main course eventually. You will no longer be the side dish, y'all. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I'm surprised I ain't even had my coffee yet. That's crazy. But
That's pretty good.
Oh man. So is there a question that you wish you'd be asked more often when you're on these wonderful podcasts, Jenny?
Is it hard to change or something like that? And it really isn't that hard. I just want people to know that it is. It can be a couple minutes a day. It's really that bringing yourself to the present moment and supporting yourself, listening to yourself talk, paying gratitude for getting up another day and the sun being, sun being out, and really just loving on yourself. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to do hours of meditation a day. Just get present. Set an alarm on your phone every hour. Where am I? Where have I been the last 10 minutes? Where do I want my focus? Just loving on ourselves, really being supportive, especially during this time when it's been a little crazy the last few years. Like, the only thing we can control is ourselves and our reactions. And if we're feeling empowered, we can help the people around us. But if we go down that rabbit hole, we're really not good for ourselves or anyone else. So really supporting ourselves, loving ourselves. It's all about the love.
Oh yeah, definitely. Stuff is all about the love indeed. Definitely all about the love indeed. That's right. Indeed. Yeah, and change, like it can be hard for folks. Like, oh yeah, change. We welcome change, but not really.
We will grasp onto the old no matter how uncomfortable it is, usually, because we're just used to it. So really supporting ourselves and knowing that we deserve the best relationships, health, job. We deserve to feel happy every day when we wake up and excited about the day.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right indeed. That's right indeed. Jenny brings the excitement indeed, y'all. That's right. That's right indeed. Wake up with that excitement, y'all. That's right indeed. That's right indeed. So my goodness, so with excitement, I'm pretty sure there have been some exciting times in your life. Well, then again, with everybody's lives and COVID has been pretty exciting, is one way to put it. Yeah, and usually with that usually leads some learning lessons. So has there been a particular, I'd say, what was probably been the biggest setback in your life that actually set you up for your biggest win?
Well, it was being sick was my first one, and taking care of my mom the last 5 months of her life, and her passing was another one, because she was my biggest cheerleader. I talked to her every morning. So talk about diving deep into that self-worth, and also boundaries, like being able to recognize who are the people that reflect love like she did, and who brought not so much of that, or who was bringing drama into my life or other things, and really being a lot more sensitive to that, and really only wanting to be around love and setting those healthy boundaries, healthier, being okay to say no. I'm recovered perfectionist people pleaser. So it's definitely very easy for me to say yes, and to, in the past, feel guilty about things that I couldn't show up for. But it's really been about diving deeper into that self-love and self-worth and walking my talk, and really honoring myself to a deep level. And if I need to rest, I'll rest. And if I need to cancel something, I'll cancel something, and really honoring myself. And because of that, I feel like I'm becoming the best version of myself I've ever been. And the friends around me are the most supportive I've ever had. And your life just starts to reflect that.
Ah, that's right. You love to see it indeed. You love to see it indeed. And that's definitely some good news indeed. Yeah, because, yeah, perfectionism and the people pleasers, like, that's like the triple P of self destruction, I guess, in a way. It's like, oh, I need this to be exactly perfect. I need this darn feng shui to really work. I need the statue to be at this
Yes.
perpendicular spot. Oh, I made you mad. Sorry. Sorry, person on Twitter. Okay.
Yes, giving yourself permission to not care, to not to not take it personally. If someone's really going off on you, it's definitely more about them than you. So really letting some of that stuff just slide off of you. And that was something that I could never done before. So yeah, I'm getting better. It's a journey. I wouldn't say I'm 100% there yet, but I'm journeying, and feels good to just be on my path.
Journeying Jenny, y'all. That's right.
I
That's right.
like that. Hey, I like that.
Yeah, there we go. You get all the monikers when you're on this show. That's right. At least all the good ones, I should say. Yeah, because that's good. Because the thing is, and it's always good that you're really have the integrity to be real and be up in front with people about that because it's so true. Like, no, at the end of the day, no one truly has it all together, even those with the highest levels of success. Heck, even listening to John Maxwell recently, where he mentioned success stabilizers. Like sometimes folks let their egos get in the way, and they just need to have more awareness in their lives. And it sounds like you are in that high state of awareness where you really can have that real explosive growth coming towards you.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. And being in integrity. I don't think there's anything more important than a healing practitioner, coach, or mentor to walk the talk. And it's interesting, when I became a healing practitioner, I was like, oh, everyone's going to be love and light and it's going to be beautiful. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's not necessarily the case. They're human too, so it has been a learning journey there too. There are beautiful, wonderful healing practitioners and coaches, and there are some that are, do get uh, a little caught up in their ego, and or don't continue to do the work and think they've arrived. So it is really important to know we're all on this journey until we leave this planet. We're all walking each other home. I love that quote. And yeah, just to do the best we can every day. That's all we can do. Show up with our tools and the love for ourselves, and yeah, just pay some gratitude and be in the present moment and do the best we can.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely indeed. Gotta do the best we can indeed. All they can do. So like folks still human. It's like, oh, they're a healer, they're intuitive, they feel like giant fluffy pillows. Like, well, you may have they still have their days where there's spikes too, you know. It's like, hey.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My boyfriend might attest to that.
Yeah. As with all relationships, it's like, oh God, yes. All right. Yay, I like what I see. All right, freaking amazing. After a while, I was like, oh, the human side's coming out. Oh crap. All right. Damn. All right.
But if you can still love and respect each other through that, you got something really special.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. You got to handle folks at their worst if you're going to be with them at their level, because that's when you get to see their best too. Like that's really where it comes
Yes.
out. So that's really where it comes out. And hey, it's probably a place of honor too, because it takes somebody to really be with somebody at their worst and when they have a bad day and then they still recover and they
Yeah.
still come out as a shiny diamond in a few hours or the next day or whatever.
Yes. Yeah. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable, and allowing someone to be vulnerable with you is such an honor too. If you see it that way, and don't just take it personally, and know that hurt people. If someone's upset, they might be a little brisk with you, but usually not about you. Could be a little about you. Maybe you trigger them. Usually not all about
Uh, don't worry, it's not you, it's me. Okay, it's really you, but it's me
you.
this time. It's like, wait a minute, we heard the truth in there somewhere. Bring that back. Like, wait, like, what did I do? Like, I'm just existing here and being human with all my flaws. They come out a little more than usual. Oh man. Oh, fun question I've been loving to ask guests just to see their thought process is that if your wonderful book, A Short Path to Change, was a food item, what would it be and why?
Wow, I've never heard that question before. If it was a food item, it'd be something very comforting. I guess if you're not a vegetarian, it'd be like chicken soup. It'd be like something really warm and yummy. Although I do like my sweets, so maybe dark chocolate. Maybe something satisfying, nurturing, makes you feel like you're treating yourself a little bit. Yeah, maybe more like dark chocolate. Or my favorite dessert, tiramisu.
Ah, there we go. The tiramisu. Definitely dark chocolate. Yeah, we'll go with dark chocolate. I like chocolate. And dark chocolate's actually healthy for you. Then it's actually the healthiest form of chocolate, I think. So, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, let's go with dark chocolate. Good
Yeah.
question, Dom.
That's right, indeed. That's right, indeed. So that's a reminder for folks. If you haven't been around, you're one of the newer folks. You haven't been around since the first interview. You need to go back and check that out and buy some copies of Short Path to Change, y'all. It's a black, pink, and blue book indeed. So definitely dark chocolate indeed. So there's some strawberry involved in the cover, metaphorically speaking.
I'll take
Just
that.
oh man. Well, we're coming down to the magical question that every guest gets to receive for round two of their returns on the Going North podcast. And that is if you were called to give a special keynote where all 7 billion people on Earth were hearing you, they were your audience for the next 90 minutes. What would the main message of that speech be, and what would the points of that message entail?
Would be that you can truly do anything you want to do. And it would be about self-worth. It would be about self-talk. It would be about switching your energy up. I would definitely dive into the chakras because I am a chakra fanatic, about listening to our inner diagnostic system and really tuning in, and really just teach people they don't need to be their past. They don't need to be the person that they were yesterday. If there are things that they want to change and heal, that infinite potential is available to everyone. And I know my life looks a whole lot different than it did 15 years ago. I help my clients do that. I've seen my friends do that. And yeah, just being around inspirational people too is so important. Really taking an assessment of who's around you, what is your environment like, all of those things, just taking people onto an inner journey of assessing and also reaching out for that infinite potential. What does that look like? What does it look like if I wake up excited every day? What do the people around me look like? What does my health look like? What am I doing? Just really helping people reach that and know that it's possible no matter what they've been through. I've heard of some pretty horrific trauma, but I've also seen amazing healings. People that have gone on to do amazing things that did not let their past define them.
Boom. That's right, indeed. Magic right there, indeed. That's right. Infinite potential is available to everyone. I love it. That's right, indeed. That's right, indeed. The real IP address, y'all. That's right. That infinite potential, y'all. That's right, indeed. That's right, indeed. That's right, indeed, y'all. That's right. Get your chakras aligned, y'all. That's right. Have them wheels spinning correctly. That's right, indeed. That's right, indeed. So, for those who may want to find out how to tap in and find that infinite potential, and heck, even get an Akashic record reading and be set off onto a path of sustainable success and check out all of your wares, what's the best way for folks to do so, Jenny?
They can find me at jennymannion.com, JennyMannion.com.
Well, there you have it, folks. Head over to JennyMannion.com. We're going to put a link to that wonderful website in the show notes, indeed. So definitely check out our wonderful site. It's been upgraded and it's sexy. It's got all these new colors, y'all. It's freaking fabulous indeed. Like all the rainbow goodness is on that site. The good stuff, indeed. So definitely check it out. Like 33 library books, indeed, y'all. It's good stuff. So, any parting words
Yeah, I want to
before we
hang out with
close
you,
up?
Dom. You are a light. You make me laugh. You make me reflect. Yes, you are just very, very grateful. And thank you for doing the work that you do and bringing inspiration and light to the world. I'm really grateful to be here.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. The one listening right now. Thanks a bunch for sharing some of your time out of your day to listen to this podcast. To take it to the next level, be sure to share it with someone that you care about and that would get something out of this podcast too. Advance others to advance yourself.